keep by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. Hi there, my name is Tercy Engelhardt, and I'd like to welcome you to the Unreasonably Grateful podcast, Living in Grace by Choice. So, this is my second attempt at recording directly into Substack, which I've just recently moved my podcast to. And so far, I'm excited and happy and grateful to be learning new things. One of the things I noticed about change is that there's a certain excitement when something's new, and it keeps me kind of looking forward to something. And like I said, I've said this previously, I remember in the early days of recovery that I would look at a glass of water and it would seem like I'd never seen a glass of water before. Or the salt crystals on a saltine cracker. There's something about that simplicity. I noticed my sister, who's in her own process of recovering and healing, how admiring she is of nature and how she sees the smallest and simplest little things as so beautiful and intrinsic and valuable. And I think that's one of the signs of healing is a deep level of appreciation for whatever it is that's going on. So, while this particular podcast is me sharing stories from my 39 years of recovery in the hopes that you'll hear something that will take you further along on your own path of discovering just how amazing you are created. And no matter what might be going on in the world or in your life, that's always where we're headed, is to reconnect with the amazing design of ourselves, the gift we were given, this gift of life that we've been given. And when it's threatened, we have a deeper understanding and appreciation for it, just like when anything external is threatened, or in our case, we had 4 days without water this past week. The first time that water came out of that faucet freely and hot was like, oh, this is like the best thing ever. And yet we can so easily take it for granted. So, I also want to share that as I'm sitting here and recording this episode, I have a son and a daughter-in-law and two of my grandchildren evacuating from Laurel Canyon in Los Angeles amidst the horrific fires and the devastation that's happening there right now. And one of the things that people can do when they're out of the area is pray for those people, pray for the firefighters, pray for the first responders, pray for all of the people that are in those areas that are threatened and those that have lost everything already. You know, my husband and I went through a devastating fire up in the Northern California area a few years ago, and I was talking to somebody who's being evacuated just a moment before I started recording, and I was sharing, until you've been there, you can't quite know what it feels like, but there's this vastness of, you look around at all that you have, and none of it seems to be that important. It's human life, your neighbors, your children, your animals. It's those living beings that sometimes we may not treat as precious as they are to us, especially when we're in a situation of a crisis like that, where things seem threatened. And it's a beautiful reset opportunity to, again, bring our appreciation back to getting to know and be close to our neighbors, creating healthy and powerful communities that support one another, a loving family, a close, deep relationship with those people that are near and dear to us. And that's what we're doing here on this podcast as we heal ourselves, as we become more of who we were created and designed to be, more love has the opportunity to flow through us. And there's always an opportunity to be sharing more love with other people. So while you and I may be sitting in a space that's not currently being impacted by the devastation of wildfires or floods or hurricanes or tornadoes, what we can do is keep our attention on loving and caring for those that are near us and praying for those that are away, praying for their safety, trusting that they are in the care of a loving Father. And then look for how can we contribute? What are the ways that we can contribute? What can we do to make a difference? I know as I was looking at social media as these fires were beginning to spread, I saw people I know and love dearly. Some of them are leaders of amazing churches in the Los Angeles area, and they were putting messages out that said, anything you need, let us know. You need a place to stay, you need clothes, you need food, you need shelter, let us know. And that's who we want to be. We want to be anything that you need, let us know, and we'll be there. And that's the value of a community of people that take care of one another. So this week, I want you to start to look at how can you be more appreciative of what you already have. And as you're still moving into this new year and taking these steps towards making choices that empower who you're committed to being, this is one of those opportunities. Serving other people who perhaps have a more challenging time than you right now. And even if you're challenged, consider there are people right now who have lost everything. And let's all reach out and say, what can we do to support you? How can we help? We are here for you. Okay? And I'll be here next week. And I look forward to seeing you then. Have a beautiful week.